What's going on, y'all? We up in here for our first live, and we here to recap the first NFL Sunday of the 2023-2024 NFL season. Uh, Now, things is going to be slow, right? Because of the lack of practice and the lack of preseason games. So teams will probably start slower than usual. Uh, so to pick up play, it's going to be about a week, another week or two, and then everything should be everything. You should start seeing teams pick it up even more. Now there's some teams that just doesn't have the ability to pick up, and there's just some teams, such as the Dallas Cowboys, man, who can pick off uh, where they left off due to the fact that they have created continuity and you know pretty much know what time it is, man. It can just react, instead of do a lot of thinking and ain't got to knock off too much of that rust, man. Especially how they get good work with each other. Now, man, but we gonna talk about it, man, piece by piece, man. We gonna get straight into this thing. Um, Lions Chiefs, I already touched on that a little bit in my video, man. Since we talking about the Cowboys, man, we go ahead and start with the Cowboys and the Giants first, man. Hey, man, so the Cowboys, man, beat on the Giants, man, 40-0. And they was beating them. Hey, man, they took a beating that they gonna remember for a long time, man. They gonna remember that ass whooping the whole year, man. Just like they gonna remember the Titans, man. They gonna remember that ass whooping, man. And as you can see, man, the Cowboys were just a step ahead. They were just the better and the faster team. You can see the play speed it was just night and day compared to what the Giants was going ahead and displaying out there, man. Especially, man, when it comes to the Giants offense versus that Cowboys defense. It was just yeah, man, it was night and day, man. It was ugly out there, man. The Cowboys is picking off where they left off. Now, regarding the Cowboys, man, and some of their struggles, we really couldn't see if them struggles were fixed due to the fact that they just pounced on the Giants, man. Almost from the word go. The reason why I said almost because the Giants did have success in running the ball the first drive, and after that, it was over. And then they went on ahead and messed around, man, and had that blocked field goal. And after the black field goal, man, the gates done opened up, man. Them pearly gates opened up. So, yeah, man. So I can't answer that, but one thing you can say, man, getting from that is the Cowboys. Mike McCarthy will be babysitting Mr. Dak Prescott this year, man. Even though Dak Prescott is one of the better quarterbacks this year in the NFL, let's be honest with you. Quarterback play as a whole in the NFL is not up to par, not how it should be, and not how it has been in years past. Man, quarterback play, especially for the last couple years, has kind of been at a low. So you could see certain quarterbacks, man, that normally either wouldn't have an opportunity, man, to be decent or good. Actually go ahead and show that, hey, with the right little something, especially the way that everything is gearing toward the offense. It's not a coincidence that the NFL want to see points, right? It's not a coincidence. So of course they're gonna go ahead and they're gonna protect the quarterback. You can't touch. They're gonna get towards the contact down the field. They're gonna do all this. You can't do it this way. You can't do it that way. They taking the physicality out of the league, which favors the offense. So you're gonna see, man. Look, man. I'm gonna use this for example. Not saying that he's gonna be a bad quarterback though, but let's be real. Anthony Richardson, yeah, man, I would expect for him to struggle early. But because, even though the game has evolved and you got, offenses gearing towards their quarterbacks, such as like the Eagles and and the Ravens and vice versa, right? Or not vice versa though, but so on, so on. You gonna go ahead, man, and have especially with the soft defenses, you're gonna have a performance like Anthony Richardson. But the inexperience, man, and the lack of quarterback play as far as being up here, man, it will go ahead, man, and show. Uh, Now, in order to win that Super Bowl, not only do you need a good defense, but you're gonna need some good quarterback play, as shown with Patty Mahomes' 2 Super Bowls, as shown with Tom Brady, as shown with Matt Stafford. Them was one of the better quarterbacks that can throw that ball, man, and actually you can call real quarterbacks, and they have been winning the bowls, especially as of late. Real quarterbacks have been winning. Um, like for the instance, man, the Eagles, man. The Eagles didn't have a real quarterback. Although that they had a team that can compete, when it was all said and done, man, the quarterback play in the moment that it needed to go ahead and step up, didn't step up to the moment, you know? So just like with the Niners, right? When it was going to the bowl with Jimmy Garoppolo and Colin Kaepernick and all them, right? They got the teams to get there, but they ain't got the quarterback play to finish it off, right? Not saying that you need a great quarterback to win a Super Bowl, because you don't. But you need a quarterback that in that moment steps up and makes that play in that moment. He needs to be great in that moment. And a lot of these quarterbacks, man, that's getting the job done, is getting to the bowl. They're not being great in certain moments that they need to be great in. So that has been what it is. And now that's going to be the Cowboys story. The Cowboys got a team that could be great and get to the promised land, but can they go ahead, man, and finish and bars that win? That's going to depend on Dak. Whether Dak, now Dak didn't need to do anything. People gonna go ahead, man, and talk about his performance, and how he had a below 50% completion rate and yada yada yada. But at the end of the day, man, Dak didn't need to do nothing but do what he did. Don't turn the ball over, man. Take care of the football, and we ran the ball, man, when necessary, man, to go ahead, man, and punch in them sixes, man, and go ahead and get up out of there with a win. So the offense did enough to go ahead, man, and complement that defense to pull out that win. Because we already know that it's going to be a defensive-led team. We already know that. Mike McCarthy know that. Jerry Jones know that, and you know that. So that's just what it comes down to. Let's go to the Texans and Ravens, man. C.J. Stroud, his 28 for 44, 242. Lamar Jackson, 17 for 22, 169 in the pick. Now, Lamar Jackson didn't go ahead, man, and have a game to go ahead and brag about, but as you can see, they pulled out that win. What he did was just enough to complement what the defense that did going against that, not only that bad team, but a rookie quarterback, and he was able to do just enough. Sometimes, man, a quarterback got to make that play, and sometimes a quarterback just got to fall back and just don't kill the team, because the team is just carrying it. The team was flowing, and that's exactly what you're seeing from a couple of these quarterbacks, man. The debut of Zay Flowers, man, who I had, man, as one of my higher ranked wide receivers, top 5 coming out in the draft, man, had a nice game, 9-7, 9 carries for 78 yards, man. Now, you don't want Lamar Jackson to go ahead and be your leading rusher every week, though, but, it was kind of a similar thing to, kind of how a couple other teams was going on, right? But with that being said, it's unfortunate, man, that J.K. Dobbins, man, is out for the year. That man has been struggling with injuries, man, for quite some time. He a good running back, though, but, man, injuries is probably ready to go ahead and derail his career from it being successful, man. So the Ravens is back to having a committee approach when it comes down to running back, which is not, a bad thing. But in your community, man, you got to have, even in your committee, you got to have a bell cow. You got to have that one where you know that in this in this predicament, you're going to be the one to touch the ball. We shouldn't have to go ahead and we know in this situation, man, you're going to touch the ball. And I don't think the Ravens have that right now on their roster. They got Gus Edwards, Justice Hill, They even gave Zay Flowers a couple carries, man. Um, they need another running back. Um, it would have been J.K., but it ain't now. They need another running back. Roquan was out there balling, 16 tackles, man. The Shaq, man. Roquan was out there balling, man. That was a good addition for the Ravens, though. But man, Ravens did what they supposed to do. C.J. Stroud, he gonna take his lumps, man. Um, I actually compare coming out C.J. Stroud to kind of like what a Dak Prescott is, and I believe if the Texans can get a Dak Prescott out of C.J. Stroud, I believe that'll be a win for them. Especially with that organization, man, struggling to go ahead, man, and find them that quarterback, man. They don't need to be Mahomes anymore, man, to go ahead, man, and come out with wins, man, and get to that Super Bowl anymore, man. They just gotta have good teams, man. They just gotta have continuity, man, good philosophies, man, and that toughness, man. Because toughness is gonna overcome everything, man. Bengals and the Browns, man. I was watching a lot of that, man. Browns, man, put up an excellent defensive performance, man. 24-3 the Browns way, man. People out here getting on Joe Burrow because, man, Joe Burrow done messed around, man, and got paid all that money, 50 plus, man, and he put up a performance such as 4 for 31 for 82 yards. Let's be honest with you, man. We know Joe Burrow is that guy, right? Let's be honest with you. We know Joe Burrow is that guy. And we know that Joe Burrow got that calf injury, man. So part of that with the conditions, man, was part of that. If you got to mess around and manage it, still manage it. Week 1 talking about, oh, if it gets tight, you got to go ahead. He's not healthy. He shouldn't even be out there. I'll be honest, especially in the conditions. He shouldn't have been out there. He should have been probably not coming back till probably about week 3, week 4. He should have been going ahead, man, and nursing that thing to make sure it's 100%. Now you're risking it to go ahead, man, and perform for the team. And you could be risking being out for the whole year because you can't play around with them calves, man. Because when you got that calf, man, hey, when that calf is there and it mess up on you, yeah, you done. You done for a little bit, man. So I would advise the Bengals to go ahead and shit that man out for a little bit, man. Deshaun Watson, man, he did what he needed to do. Quarterback play, y'all, was not up to par week 1 all around. Let's just be honest with you. Quarterback play was, as a whole, was not up to par, man. The Deshaun Watson, though, even though the circumstances, 16 for 29, 154, a touchdown and a pick. But we know what the Browns want to do. The Browns want to play some defense and run that ball because Nick Chubb had 18 for 106. And their leading receiver was Elijah Moore. 3 catches for 43, and them corners, them Brown corners, did an excellent job on Jamar Chase, man. Even though part of that was Joe Burrow in the conditions, but they did still an excellent job on Jamar Chase. 5 catches for 39 yards, man. He had over half of Joe Burrow's yards, which we would expect. But they didn't do a good job, man, of helping Joe Burrow, even though he's hurt, because they only ran the ball 13 times for 56 yards with Joe Mixon. That ain't gonna get it done, y'all. If Joe Burrow is gonna go ahead, man, and be be banged up, you're gonna have to help him out by running the ball till he get right, man. And the Bengals didn't get that man no help. The Bengals did not get that man no help, man. Next we got on that list, man, is the Bucks and the Vikings, man. I peeped a little bit of that as well. Baker Mayfield did a good job, man, in closing that game out. Made a key first down with his legs, man. Baker Mayfield had a Baker Mayfield type of game when he's on. Now, Baker Mayfield is definitely no top 10 quarterback, and I wouldn't even put him at top 15. But if Baker Mayfield is not killing the team and he's not turning the ball over and he's doing what he did, then your team got a chance to win with Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield had 21 for 33, 173 yards and 2 touchdowns. But Kirk Cousins, man, was tossing that thing around with 33 times, 44 attempts, man, 344 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. But both teams did not run the ball well. Madison had 11 carries for 34 yards, but Justin Jefferson went crazy. 9 catches for 150. Mike Evans had a good game. 6 catches for 66 yards and a TD. And Chris Godwin ended the game, man, with a nice clutch first down, man, to go ahead, man, and send the Vikings, man, in tears in Minnesota. So that is a good win for Tampa Bay. But, however, even early on, even week 1, I don't expect both these teams to do much. I don't expect both of these teams to make no type of noise this year. Um, it's over for both these teams, especially when Brady and them losses. It's over. Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans want to go. It's over for this team. It's over. Uh, Justin Jefferson, he gonna do what Justin Jefferson do. Kirk Cousins gonna do what Kirk Cousins things though, but they don't have the support for Kirk Cousins. Even though I like Madison, Madison is better in the role of a backup. I don't think that you would want Madison to be your mainstay, even though I like Madison, but he got to be in the committee though. He could be the main guy, but just in the committee. So that's something to go ahead, man, and watch out. The Titans and the Saints, man, that was a close game, man. Looking at that game a little bit, man, that game had horrible quarterback play as far as from Tannehill's end. Let me see what he had. 16 for 34 for 198 yards and 3 interceptions. That's horrible. Hopkins was leading receiver, 7 catches for 65, and Chris Olave had a nice game. Williams had a 18 for 45. Derek Carr had a decent game, 23 for 33, 305 and a touchdown. But hey, the better quarterback play evidently pulled it out. Now Tennessee, they're gonna fight on defense, but it was in New Orleans. But Tennessee gonna fight on defense, especially with Jeffrey Simmons and what's his name coming back, man? I forgot his name, man. The pass rusher, man. Harold Landry. So they got some good bookend to go ahead and to try to compete though. But at the end, Tannehill, man, is gonna hold them boys back, man. Tannehill sucked. Tannehill is trash. Trash. Tannehill is trash. So, so good luck with that, Tennessee. Let's be honest with you. Good luck with that, Tennessee, because having a quarterback like Tannehill, man, you just wasting the good years of Derrick Henry. Let's just be honest with you, man. You're wasting the good years of Derrick Henry. So you're gonna get that. You tried with the young quarterback. He wasn't official. I'm sorry. I know young quarterbacks struggle at times because they got to go ahead and get their feet wet though. But he did not look official, man. Dobbs came in last year, man, and did a whole lot better than what that man did, man. He was not official. And then you got to go back to Tannehill. Tannehill would have been better off staying there wide receiver, man. Tannehill sucked. Let's be honest with you, man. If Tannehill didn't play horrible, then they probably would have beat the Saints, even in New Orleans, man. But let's go to the Falcons and the Panthers, man. Falcons pulled that out 24-10. Bijan Robinson, man, came on and got his first score, but Tyler Algier was the leading rusher with 15 for 75 and 2 touchdowns. Miles Sanders had 18 for 72. The tight ends for both teams were the leading receivers. And Bryce Young debuted 20 for 38, 146, a touchdown, 2 picks. Now, I didn't really expect too much from Bryce Young. He got to get his feet wet, right? I'm more patient, especially in the first year with these early quarterbacks, man, especially with the preseason and training camp. We're going to go ahead and get their feet wet, right? Now, Bryce Young going on in the middle of the season to the end, now I expect a big improvement. But we're going to go ahead and get his feet wet, go through his lumps, go through his, you know what I mean? But Bryce Young, I'm going to tell you what, Bryce Young is a franchise quarterback. So the Carolina Panthers did good in selecting Bryce Young over C.J. Stroud. Now, I didn't know that there was talk that there was some debate going on who was the better quarterback. Man, sitting over there, man, and telling y'all, man, from here, bro, there was never no debate. Bryce Young was the best quarterback, man, coming out, man. And the Carolina Panthers, man, made the best decision regarding that and going ahead and selecting that man at number 1 overall. That was one of the best things that they could possibly do. So they got their franchise quarterback, but they're going to have to take their lumps and grow with that man, right? But the Falcons, though, were Ritter, TBD. But he had a decent game, 15 for 18, 115, 1 TD. But that boy Bijan Robinson, though, that's the real deal right there, man. Bijan, the real deal. So, man, Carolina got them a franchise running back, but y'all know, man, how it get tricky going to second contract, though. But we about 4 years away from that, though. Jaguars and the Colts, man. Like I said, man, a decent game for Anthony Richardson. No, decent game. I'm not gonna trash him. At the end of the, even though I kind of criticized him a little bit early on in the stream, not really criticism, but just kind of using an example though. He did have one of the better quarterback performances though uh, of Sunday. And he was the leading rusher for 10 for 40, man. And Pittman, man, see, now you should be able to go ahead, man, and see Pittman shine. Pittman is a good wide receiver, though, but, man, the quarterbacks that they was putting out there for Pittman, man, was a damn shame, man. They miss Andrew Luck, and they hope, man, this man can give them Andrew Luck type production, man, because Matt Ryan was not it. Trevor Lawrence, man, he did what he's supposed to. Trevor Lawrence, man, hey, look, man, Jaguars, man, is going to be back in the mix. They're going to be back in the mix, man. ETN, 18 for 77. And Calvin Ridley, man, with a nice debut, man. 8 for 101 for a touchdown. Calvin Ridley, especially the way that they want to go ahead and play football on offense, man, throwing it quick, man, having their wide receivers win quick, man, short and intermediate. Calvin Ridley is a perfect fit for that Jaguars offense, man. Them Jaguars, man, you got to watch out for them Jaguars, man. If you sleeping on them and thinking that they ain't gonna go ahead, man, and make no noise, man, you tripping. Now I know everybody want to give it to the Buffalo Bills, your New York Jets who play tonight. Yeah, cool. All right, I get it, and rightfully so. But if you sleeping on them Jaguars, that's one thing that you shouldn't do. I'm going to just tell you that right now. If you're sleeping on them Jaguars, that's one thing that you shall not do, or you're going to be disappointed. Don't sleep on them on your betting, too, because we're going to start getting on this betting stuff, too, man. We're going to start talking about that, too, man. But the Niners and the Steelers, let's talk about that, man. The Niners, man, blew them out the water, man. 30-7, man. Pittsburgh, man. Hey, man, I believe I seen Hayward on injured reserve, too. Ooh, that's so big for them. But look, man, let's be real. I'm going to be real. At this point in time, I can tell you right now, Kenny Pickett suck. Kenny Pickett is trash. You know what I mean? That's your debut at home? Now, I know you're going against the Niners, man, who's a well-coached team. But that's your debut at home? With Pickens, Deontay Johnson, and Allen Robinson, and that tight end? That's your debut at home? Come on, bro. You got to do better there, especially with a running back like Najee Harris. I don't know what's going on with Najee, man. 6 carries for 31. Look, last year was a horrible game. We know Najee Harris ain't no bum. They should be running the ball totally better than what they doing with a good running back like Najee Harris, man. The quarterback, he ain't in his rookie year, man. He got the talent around him. He got, you know what I mean? He got a workhorse type team on him with a good coach, man. That quarterback play, he got to get better. Right now, man, I'm going to put him right. That was trash, man. That was horrible. Let's be honest. That was horrible for them to put on that performance. 7-0, I don't care if it's against the Niners or what. Come on, man. The Niners ain't that damn good for you to put up a performance like that. Come on, bro. That shit was trash, man. Hey, look, man, I don't think he's going to go ahead, man, and be like no Ryan Tannehill type trash, though. But right now, man, Kenny Pickett is not the business. Man. I think he had that hype, man, when he had that run in college, man. Kenny Pickett is not the business right now. I think he'll probably get better, though, as the season go along. But I think he's just an okay quarterback, man. I don't see elite from Kenny Pickett. Now, Brock Purdy, you're lucky. Brock Purdy had a good game. Let's be real. Brock Purdy had a good game against the Steelers. He had a very good game. That's the type of game that the San Francisco 49ers need from him to manage the game and make plays when necessary. And he did that not only with his legs, but with his arm, going ahead, man, and feeding Ayuk 8 for 129 for 2 touchdowns. But hey, just like what all these rookie quarterbacks is gonna need, and will look like what everybody else is gonna need, which is a good running game. And they ran the ball 22 times for 152 and a touchdown against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I know Mike Tomlin messed around, man, and couldn't get no sleep last night. Man, look, man. Like I said, man, McCaffrey shouldn't have had that against you. Not against no Pittsburgh at home. Not on opening night. That's ridiculous, man. Pittsburgh Steelers, man, ought to be ashamed of themselves, man, with that good coach that they got right now, man. I'm telling you, man, it's Kenny Pickett, bro. I'll be honest with you. Even if you would have put Purdy in that Steelers predicament, man, Purdy would have go ahead, man, and make that a game. I think it's Kenny Pickett. It's got to be Kenny Pickett. Why you think they want that? Why you think that they rode with Ben Roethlisberger so long, even though he should have been gone? Because it's just the fact, man, of not only here though, but him seeing the field right now. What Kenny Pickett doing out there, man, is a shame. Kenny Pickett is not doing what he's supposed to do, man. He got too much talent around here, man, to go ahead, man, and perform like that, bro. He do. And you're not in your first year no more. You don't get that. Come on, man. You don't get that slap on the wrist, man, like it's gonna be okay, man. Like we're gonna wait. Come on, bro. You got to start showing something now. Now I know, like I said, I'm not comparing him to no Joe the Show Burrow. I ain't comparing him to Patty Mahomes, Russell Wilson, no, none of that. I'm not comparing him to that. We understand that. But, bro, Kenny Pickett is not the business right now, bro. He ain't. He ain't that guy, man. That's a shame, man. That's a shame. Damn shame at that. The Cardinals and the Washington Commanders, man. Now, what's stopping the Commanders, man, is the quarterback play. They have a decent team around them, good weapons, man. But it's the quarterback play that's actually stopping them. Their quarterback play has been terrible over the years, man. Even going back to them trying to go ahead and have Jason Campbell back there. It's been terrible, man. Terrible. Washington quarterback now, Sam Howell, man, he is the better out of the one. He should have started last year, though. But let's be honest with you, Washington ain't going to do nothing if Sam Howell doesn't give them of what Brock Purdy gives to the 49ers. It's not going to be there. And he can give that. He's a decent quarterback, though. He ain't all that, though, but he a decent quarterback that should be able to get the job done. And when you got a good running back, a very good running back, and Brian Robertson with Scary Terry, Samuel, and that slot receiver that you got, I forgot his name, man. You got weapons around you, bro. And that defense solid, too, especially that front seven, man, with them Bama boys, man. So there's no excuse, man, why Hell can go ahead and just be a steady quarterback, man, take care of the football, man, and allow that defense to do its thing. They pulled out a much-needed win, because if they would have lost to the Arizona Cardinals, that would have been a huge failure for week one, because there should be no way, especially without no Kyler Murray, that this rebuilding team should be going ahead and giving these boys any type of work, man. But they did what they're supposed to do, though. Whether it look ugly or cute, they did what they were supposed to do, man, in Washington, man. The Raiders and the Broncos, man, hey, that was a good game by the Raiders, man. They pulled that out. That was hard fought. The Broncos should have had that. So that was a good win, especially with Garoppolo, man. Garoppolo went on ahead and did just enough. He did just enough, man. He did what he's supposed to do. You see, one thing's for sure, Jimmy Garoppolo was very disrespected in San Francisco. He was very disrespected, man. Jimmy Garoppolo is actually a decent, solid quarterback, man, as displayed week one. 20 for 26, 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's what you want in a pick. That's what you want from Jimmy. That's what you want from Jimmy, to be efficient and steady. As y'all can see, man, from these quarterbacks in the NFL, there's not too many elite ones. There's a whole lot of steady quarterbacks, man. So if you can get a push and hopefully some spazazz, man, with your quarterback play, man, that's like a Joe Burrow type, then you winning. Then you got an opportunity, man, to go ahead, man, and win big multiple times. That's like what the Chiefs is doing with Patty Mahomes, right? Because I'm pretty sure, man, Patty Mahomes will probably at least get one more before it's all said and done, right? But that was an excellent win, man, against the Broncos, man. Probably one of the better wins of today. I'll be honest with you, man. It was because the Broncos, man, because I had that game on, because the Broncos, man, was dominating TOP, time of possession. Russell Wilson was efficient, right? But it wasn't the way it should have been, though. Even though they got a new coordinator, man, but he was efficient, though, and they need to run the ball more. Whether you got Russ back there or not, they got to run the ball more, man. Sean Payton's going to do that team some wonders, man, and they should compete. And when Jerry Jeudy come back, that should be an added bonus, though. But they still going to have to run the ball some more. Because they got a decent team, and they got a team that can make some noise in the AFC, man. Man, that was an unfortunate loss because the Broncos should have won that though. But the Raiders stole that. The Las Vegas Raiders stole that game. That was a good game though, man. Excellent win by the Las Vegas Raiders, man. The Dolphins and the Chargers, man, one of the probably the most exciting game as far as if you want to look at it from a points perspective, was on display. Um, 36-34. Tua threw for 466 and 3 touchdowns. Herbert 288 a touchdown. Had a solid game. Eckler, man, had a good 117-yard game, but Tyreek Hill, man, a man of the day, stole the show. 11 catches, 215 yards, 2 TDs, man. Let me tell y'all something, man. Tua suck, right? But one thing Tua does good, man, is throw that deep ball. And one thing that the Miami Dolphins have is 2 wide receivers that can go deep. So that's perfect for Tua, though. But anything else as far as getting him on the move or him throwing consistent on that short and intermediate, man, Tua is boo-boo. Man, that boy trash, man. That boy trash, my guy. That boy trash, my guy. Kellen Moore, man. Kellen Moore gonna go ahead, man, and he gonna choke some of them games away, bro. Just like he did with the Cowboys, man. He gonna choke some of them games away. We already expect that though. But they gonna throw that ball a hell of a lot though. And actually, the Chargers choked that game though. The Chargers should have won that game, even though the Miami Dolphins thought that they should have run that though. But allowing Tyreek Hill to get over 200 some yards, man, that ain't gonna cut it, man. That's kind of, hey, man, that's not good defense, bro. And at home on opening night, man, when you got that one Pats corner coming over and Asante Samuel, come on, bro, that's ridiculous, man. 36-34, man, yeah, that's ridiculous, man. But late, man, that pass rush for the Miami Dolphins when made plays, man. Christian Wilkins, man, throughout the day was very active, man. Christian Wilkins is a underrated D tackle. He's an underrated D tackle, man. Christian Wilkins got some talent, and he gonna be very good. He gonna have a very good year for the Miami Dolphins this year. Christian Wilkins is. He's gonna have a very good year for the Miami Dolphins, y'all. But exciting game, a thriller, a shootout, and the Miami pulled that out. Now the Eagles and the Patriots, man, let me tell y'all something, man. The Patriots, man, they exposed them Eagles, man. When it was in that bear front, yeah, man, Jalen Hurts didn't know what to do. Now I'll tell y'all this, and I'll tell y'all that. Jalen Hurts is a running back at quarterback, and I stand on that, bro. I stand on that. Bro, Jalen Hurts, man, is not no quarterback, bro. His quarterback play sucks. As you can see, bro, he should have been picking that front apart, bro, if he was a real quarterback, bro. But because they want to run that stupid read option, they want to go ahead, man, because they know they can't do anything else. If they can't establish that run, because him running the ball, them running the ball, it's going to go ahead, man, and propel for him to go ahead and have some easy throws down the field. But if you're going to go ahead and make Jalen Hurts a pocket quarterback, bro, and make him beat you with his arm and make some tough throws consistently, he will not do that. He didn't do that at Oklahoma. He got benched for it at Alabama, so they're going to have to put Tua in. Ain't that funny? You got benched for Tua, who had to go ahead, man, and throw the game winner for you, man, to go ahead and win it all. You choke versus LSU against Burrow, man. And now, man, when they go ahead and they got that tape on you, now it's time for you to go ahead and show them that you worth that money. You can't. Because you're a running back playing quarterback, bro. Now, yeah, you got the win. Yes, you did. And that Philly defense, man, ain't as it was last year. Their linebackers is poor. They're going to get picked apart. Yeah, they're going to get picked apart. But 14 for 54. And you allowed a pass to beat you with Kendrick Bourne going 6 for 64 and 2 TDs. And you allowed a pass to beat you with Ezekiel Elliott running the ball for 7 times for 29 yards. And Matt Jones threw the ball almost 60 times, bro, for 3 touchdowns and a pick, man, for 316 yards. He threw the ball 54 times. What does that say, bro? What does that say? Come on, man. Now, granted, your run defense was decent. Granted, right? Not going to take that away from you. But, bro, you're going to be susceptible to that pass defense. And 22 for 33, 170 in a touchdown. Jalen Hurts, man, that's not a quarterback worthy of the money that he got, bro. When as soon as they paid you, now that's cool for somebody on that rookie contract. But for somebody that get paid, see, once you get that payment, it's time to go ahead and make plays once you get that payment. Once you get that money, it's time to win. It's time to perform. It's time to carry. See, when I pay you, I expect that there's going to be times, man, where you're going to have to do more with less. And he can't do that. And the Philadelphia Eagles have made some bad money moves, which is going to go ahead, man, especially in the future, put him at a disadvantage as far as weapon-wise. Now, we know that even though they got A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, his go-to comfortable receiving threat is Dallas Goedert, right? But losing Miles Sanders, man, and them, man, that's tough. That's tough, man. Gainwell is your leading back. That ain't going to work. Even though they brought in Swift, like, how you going to bring in Swift, though, even though he's injury-prone, to be that guy and not using the way? He need more touches, bro. He's your most talented back on that roster, not including Jalen Hurts. He's your most talented running back, not including Jalen Hurts, man. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Shoot, man. If the pass was a little bit better, they would have beat them boys. And also, man, we talking about Packs and the Bears, man. Hey, Packers, man. Shout out to Jordan Love, man. Jordan Love was balling. They counted that boy out. And we knew, at least I knew, that Jordan Love was going to be a good quarterback. And one thing that the Packers do well is find them that guy for the future, and they hold on to him till it's time. They did that with Aaron Rodgers backing up Brett Favre, and they did that with Jordan Love with Aaron Rodgers, man. And Jordan Love, man, and the Packers, though, don't sleep on them Packers, though. They're going to be competitive. They got a decent team, yo. The defense is decent, as they showed you, man, and they got some weapons, man, are developing. Don't sleep on them boys, man. Jordan Love, man, 15 for 27, 245, and 3 tugs, man. Excellent. Excellent, man, especially for his debut. Jordan Love, man, even though this is his first time really going ahead, man, and taking over the reins, man, he got the experience, man. He was sat behind A-Rod. He's seen how A-Rod do it, just like A-Rod sat behind Brad Favre, man. And, yeah, man. Jordan Love, he's going to be a solid quarterback for them, man. That was a good performance, man, for Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers in the whole. Now, let's talk about Mr. Justin Fields. 24 for 37, 216 and a touchdown. Let me tell you something about Justin Fields, man. I'm going to tell you something about that offensive coordinator, bro. Hey, look, man, because I had came up with this conclusion while I was watching him. Stop babying him. Are you telling me that he sucks as a quarterback as far as downloading the information downfield, or you got to continue to baby this boy? Stop babying him and let him loose. Bro, you down behind and you still out here trying to run the ball, man, to go ahead, man, and put him in third and short situations, bro. If you can't sit over there, man, and trust him to go ahead, man, and put the ball in the hands, how is this man your franchise quarterback, bro? How is this man your and as y'all can see, man, every time I talk about game by game by game, we talking about this quarterback play, which has been far from being where it should be, especially, man, if they're going to continue to go ahead and get an increase in money, especially on how important that position is, especially when you got Joe Burrow setting the standard and getting over 50 mil as a quarterback, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. And how the hell is Darnell Mooney your leading wide receiver when you got a stud in DJ Moore? Make that make sense. Your offensive coordinator suck. I don't care if it's week 1 or not. How the hell is you? I don't give a damn if Jair Alexander on him or not, bro. DJ Moore is that nigga. DJ Moore is that nigga. If you ain't new, you about to know. DJ Moore is that nigga. And for him to go ahead and have a couple catches that he got, that's pathetic. Pathetic, yo. Pathetic. They babying that boy. Let him loose. If you can't trust him, then he ain't your quarterback, bro. Now, I know he explosive, and he was your leading rusher and cool, and don't take that away from him, just like you don't take that from Lamar Jackson. See, Lamar Jackson got Greg Roman, though. He don't. That's the difference, man. Lamar Jackson is in a good organization. Fields is not. So Fields, hey, look. Now I'm not saying that he Lamar Jackson though, because Lamar Jackson is a better thrower of the football than Justin Fields. Let's keep it a stack there too. Lamar Jackson doesn't get the credit that he should get as a thrower of the football, of how dynamic he is. Everybody wanted to be quick to compare that man to Vic, and I understand, but he ain't no Vic. He's Lamar Jackson, right? It's horrible, bro. Now I understand. Yeah, look, that offensive line was supposed to be improved. It sucks still. It sucks. It sucks. Now I know they was dealing with an injury or two from what I was seeing, but still, bro, that's what you can get from that. Now let's also get this understood, overstood, however hell that you want to go ahead, man, and stood it. Rochelle Johnson needs to be your lead back. If you don't know, now you know, nigga. Rochelle Johnson needs to be your lead back, bro. And if you can't understand that, you tripping. Rochelle Johnson is your most talented back. And it ain't even close. Yes, you seeing what you seeing. He was like that at Texas. But because Bijan Robinson was him, of course he wasn't going to play over Bijan Robinson. But he showed you that he had talent. Rochelle Johnson is a good running back, and he need them touches. And if you want to go ahead and protect Justin Fields the way that y'all doing, and you want to baby him, if you ain't giving the ball to Rochelle Johnson, forget a Khalil Herbert. If you ain't giving the ball to Rochelle Johnson, boy, you tripping. Because Rochelle Johnson told you, man, that he here. And he going to go ahead, man, run physical. Bro, he had that one physical run, I believe it was like in the fourth quarter, or third quarter, I believe, man, put them pads on. I'm like, whoa, boy, that boy 225, 230 pounds, bro, and can move, bro. Get that man the ball and quit playing. And also, man, that babying is over. The babying for Fields is over. Quit babying him. If he gonna be a quarterback, bro, let him be your quarterback, and he got to show you that. If not, then admit that you made a mistake. Bro, this quarterback play needs to improve drastically. It needs to improve drastically. It's not where it should be, y'all. It's not. These quarterbacks. See, you can go ahead, man. See, we see. Look, I'll be real and pointing out that it's the preparation, it's the training camp, it's the preseason, yada yada yada. Right? I can give you that, but also it's coaching in these quarterbacks, bro. We can't go ahead, man, and not keep it real, bro. It's that too. It's that too. Final game of the day, the Rams and the Seahawks, man. Rams went on ahead, man, and stunned them 30-13. Let's be real, man. Especially the way the Seahawks performed last year. That was a horrible loss for the Seattle Seahawks, bro. Ken Walker, 12-6. Geno, look. As much as Geno Smith, see, look, for what they paying Geno, for what Geno is, they get good value for Geno Smith. But Geno Smith is not your franchise quarterback. We know that. And they understand that. That's why they went on ahead and play with their contract the way that they play with them, dog. But Matt Stafford showed you about what a real quarterback does and how he spins that ball, bro. And y'all see, man, hey, look, Matt Stafford had a very good game. 24 for 38 and 334 yards. Man, Stafford was out here throwing the Tutu Atwell, bro. 6 catches for 119, bro. Come on, bro. Bro, they let Tutu Atwell sit over there good up on him. Man, hey, look, man, even with Geno having DK, Lockett, and the running backs, bro, and with Bobby Wagner, bro, they shouldn't have lost that game, but that's a bad loss because the Rams ain't going to do nothing to nothing. And without Cooper Kupp, Rams ain't about to do nothing. Nothing, y'all. They're not about to do nothing this year. For them to win, now I don't care if it's division or not, but that's a horrible loss, man. That's a horrible loss, man. Freddie Jackson was trying to figure out how they love somebody, man. I don't get how you can sit over there, man, and love thyself like you should love that neighbor, man, and take a whooping like you did with the Los Angeles Rams. I just don't understand it, homie. I just don't understand it. Horrible loss for the Seattle Seahawks. I don't care if it's week 1 or not. It's horrible loss. Pete Carroll, you know it too. You know it too, Pete. Horrible loss, man. Horrible loss, man. But shout out to the Los Angeles Rams though for Cam Akers and y'all. Man, they running backs had about 3-4 touchdowns in total, bro. So shout out to the Los Angeles Rams for going ahead, man, and doing what they're supposed to do. Shout out to the Los Angeles Rams, man. But this all leads to the discussion that we have had all live. Quarterback play is not where it should be. And you know, the cool thing about it is I believe I seen what's his name said this. Coach J, was it JB? Y'all know I'm talking about the white guy that be sitting over there talking that junk, man. I believe he said something like that, and I agree. Quarterback play has not been up to par. It has not been up to par, man. Quarterback play has been horrible. Horrible, y'all. Yeah, man. They're going to have to. If I'm going to pay that position, I need to get somebody that can toss that football like Matt Stafford. If I'm going to pay that position, 50, 60. That's why Joe Burrow can get damn near 60 mil because he could toss that football, bro, and he clutch. Mahomes can get that fat contract because he could toss that football and he clutch. Now, these other quarterbacks, man, who's going to be making that type of money? If you can't throw the football or toss the football the way that you should, a quarterback should toss that football. Now I know that we in times that where football is very soft and these players is cotton, not only with the league, bro. But look, bro, you would think that the quarterback position would evolve, and it hasn't. All it is just going ahead, man, and open up doors for mobile quarterbacks, man, who can't really throw the football like that. So even with the Jets, man, that's why they had to go get A-Rod because Zach Wilson sucks. See, people be getting all mesmerized if a quarterback can throw a pretty football. If he can throw the deep. That one quarterback that came out from Kentucky this year, he sucked. He could throw a pretty football, though. That boy got a nice arm, though, but he sucked. I believe he's in Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken, too. So he going to take over real soon. Trust and believe that, because Tannehill is not their business, bro. He is not their business, bro. But yeah, bro, he suck. But because the way that the game is being called and the rules is favoring the offense, trash quarterbacks have a little bit can have a little bit more success than they would usually have if the game was how it used to be. Let's be honest. You see how the game was. You need a quarterbacks, man, that could toss that football. And Matt Stafford is one of the last of the real. He's one of the last of the Mohicans. So you ain't gonna just come up with a Joe Burrow every year, man. You know what I mean? Caleb Williams and them don't come out every year. So, you know, it's not looking too good. But the league has changed and where your quarterback need to have some mobility. He don't have to run a 4-3, 4-4, 4-5, but he need to be able to run for that first down, though. He need to be able to maybe be a little bit of a threat in a read option. But first things first, number one, he got to run. He got to throw that. He got to toss that football. And if you can't toss that football, we'll never win. All you doing is just putting ass in the seats like Kyler Murray, bro. You see, like I said, man, Kyler Murray is a talented quarterback, but he sucks. He don't love football. So if my quarterback, look, I can get away with other positions not loving football, but one thing that I can't get away with at quarterback, I can't get away with that at quarterback. My quarterback has to love football, bro. And if he's not obsessed with this, then we're gonna go ahead, man, and not succeed. Because he's not obsessed with this. My quarterback has to be my leader, whether he's outspoken or not. He has to be a doer, not a follower. He has to set the tone. He has to go ahead, man. Like they say, I like my quarterbacks being first in, last out. Kyler Murray is not that guy, bro. He's not that guy. So we gotta be real with the equation here, man. It's gotta be real. He's not that dude. But anywho, man, that's my recap. We're gonna watch the Bills and the Jets tonight. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know how my time is gonna look though, because I was thinking about maybe start doing little watch parties for some of these games when we watch these games. If you interested in watch parties, then let me know. Put it in the comment section for me if you're interested in watch parties, and I'll start going ahead, man, and putting that together, so we can really kick it, man, and watch football, man, and dissect these games, man. But all right, y'all, man, I appreciate y'all for watching, man. If you're watching this on a replay, man, hit that like button for me, and if you're new to the page, man, hit that sub, man, because hey, this is the truth, man. And hey, the truth don't hurt; it just hurt coming from me. That's all, man. We out, man. Y'all. We out, man. Y'all have a good one, man. Until next time.